Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
Welcome to a very special Thursday edition of Ringside Reporter. I'm Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host Joe Habib. And if you guys want to call in and ask some questions or just give your take, phone lines are open, 323-870-3857. And today, we're going to be talking about Andy Ruiz. There's been a lot of talk. He had a big night last night. He was at the ESPYs, and we'll tell you more about that. But we may have an answer as to why the rematch with Anthony Joshua is taking so long to get signed. But first, ESPYs were last night, Beeb. Did you catch any of it?
I did not.
How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
How dare you? Just dumped all over ESPN. You know, they do their best, Beeb, to put out a show so that you watch it and you didn't.
Well, I wasn't
How does
going
that
to
make you feel?
I wasn't going to win any ESPY, so that's why I didn't watch it.
Wow, you are a selfish person.
I'm a hater. You know that.
Hater. Why don't you drink that haterade?
That's right. I put a little bit in my freaking Coke Zero. That's what I do.
I watched. My son's into all that stuff, so he likes sports and everything. He likes all kinds of sports, so he likes watching it and stuff. And
yeah,
Tracy Morgan was the MC, and he was awful. I mean, just really, really bad.
Wow,
really bad. I don't think he's that funny anyway, but
he's not.
Worse. Like
he's not.
He's just kind of like dumb. Like he's got like stupid sketches, and they don't like make a lot of sense. And I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan.
You either love him or hate him. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Certain guys just have it, and certain guys don't. You know, they either do it for you or they don't do it for you.
That's it. So, ESPYs were last night. Best boxer. There was a category for that. Went to Canelo Alvarez.
Wow.
Yeah, Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk, and Terrence Crawford were also nominated. To go to the right guy?
That's tough. I mean, you can make an argument for probably everyone on that list. And I hate to hedge, but if it was me, for me, it's Crawford. I'm a guy, when I look at talent, I like to look at versatility. I like to look at a guy, like you say this a lot. You say, well, this guy's got more ways to win. And when a guy, in order for a guy to have more ways to win, he has to be versatile. He has to have a lot of tools in the toolbox, correct? And that's not to disrespect Canelo in any way. I mean, Canelo is a phenomenal fighter, don't get me wrong. But when you look at a guy like Crawford, you know, I've seen him, like, you know, switch to southpaw effortlessly and just fight effortlessly out of that stance, just as much as he can do it from the orthodox stance. I've seen him fight on the outside. I've seen him dog it out on the inside. I've seen him grind out fights. I've seen him box. I've seen him go try to take guys out, you know, aggressively early. You know, he's got quick hands. He's got quick feet. Really can't find too many weaknesses in his game. Now, when you look at the other guys on the list, you could pick little things out. Like Canelo's not the fastest guy on his feet. Has a hard time with guys who are quick on their feet and who are movers. Usyk sometimes has defensive lapses. Who else is on that list? Lomachenko,
yeah.
He's had, you know, he lost to Salido, but, you know, he didn't look great against Linares. Yeah, Linares, I had some moments against him. And what was Lomachenko's last fight? His last fight, he didn't look great either. He was in there with the guy he was supposed to blow out, and it didn't look phenomenal there. And sometimes, no, there was one fight he didn't look great in. I can't remember exactly what it was. The guy that Tank Davis fought,
Oh, I know exactly.
Puerto Rican kid, and it pisses me off.
His name either.
Pisses me off that I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it took him a little while to get him out of there, and whereas Tank blew him out.
Pedraza.
Pedraza, yeah. Jorge Pedraza. Thank you.
Yeah, so, all right, so his last three, let's look at his last three. He fought, twice, Jorge Linares, Jose Pedraza, and Anthony Crawler.
Yeah.
I thought he looked good in all of them. Well, you can make the exception. He didn't look good in the Linares fight. But listen, man, that Linares was a big guy. He was a tough guy, and he ended up
Loma went the distance with Pedraza, Eric. He didn't.
He did. You're right. He did. He went the distance.
Yeah. So, and Pedraza had some moments there too, and I don't think that. I think Loma sometimes can be bullied a little bit. Like we see when the fights get physical with Loma, he's not as successful. Like if you smother him and if you kind of body him a little bit, he hasn't proven yet that he can deal with that style. And I'm not saying he can't deal with that style, but he hasn't shown that he can really dominate that type of style. He has some difficulty with that style to some degree. And it's not that he can't overcome that style, but when I look at Crawford, like Crawford fights good guys, top guys, and he just beats them like effortlessly. So when you look at what Crawford's done, level of opposition, when you look at being able to unify the title junior welterweight, being a champ at 130, 135, and 147, I just think that he's a total package. So it's Crawford. It's Crawford for me all day.
What about Usyk? His last three.
Like I said,
Murat Gassiev and Tony Bellew. Those aren't.
I said, Usyk can be touched. I mean, he's a great fighter as well. But to me, I think Crawford has shown the most greatness out of all of them, in my opinion. Like I had Bellew up in that fight against Usyk before Usyk knocked him out. I thought Bellew was winning the fight. And I think it remains to be seen what Usyk does at heavyweight. But he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. But again, like he can be touched, he can be hit. So does have defensive lapses.
Jason in the chat just says that Linares has 4 KO losses. I guess referring to the Lomachenko-Linares fight, he has 4 knockout losses. Just marinate on this too. Jorge Masvidal, who everybody's talking about now in the UFC, has 13 losses.
Yeah.
Go figure that one out. It
That's
doesn't
correct.
mean anything. It means nothing.
No. Now you can make like I said, you can make an argument for everybody on that list. But
yeah, for sure.
If you really want to nitpick and dig down deep and really dissect everybody, when you look at Crawford, he has the least amount to criticize out of all of them. Not that the rest have a lot to criticize, but you could point to areas of improvement in those other guys. You really can't point to areas of improvement in Crawford's game at all, can you? You really can't.
I've never seen Crawford in trouble. I've never seen him touched
up. He's fought some pretty good guys, decent guys.
What do you say? 9 world champions, 9 former world champions.
Now, when he fought Postal, and I'll never live this down because I picked Postal in that fight, and I'll never live it down.
I thought it was going to be a very close fight. I didn't know who to pick.
Well, that's the thing. We have all these Monday morning quarterbacks love to come on here and dog me out because I picked Postal. But going in, everyone said it was a close. Going in, a lot of people did pick Crawford. Don't get me wrong, but they still said it was close to a 50-50 fight. But they still had Crawford. No one expected Crawford to blow Postal out of there.
No.
But everyone did after the fight.
Of course they did.
So
now look, man. I thought Julius Ndongo, that was gonna be another one that was a good fight. Ultimately, I went to Crawford because of the Postal fight.
Yeah,
because
that one I didn't think was going to be close, but on paper it was. I just didn't. I just didn't like the style matchup for Ndongo. I just saw Crawford as being a lot quicker, and Ndongo was very wide with the shots and sometimes off balance. I thought Crawford would pick him apart, to be honest. I didn't knock him out in 3. I thought he'd probably stop maybe at 7 or 8.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. I expected like a decision or something like that, a close decision. Ultimately, I thought it would go that route, like I said, because I saw that Postal fight, and Postal built much like Ndongo was. So yeah, I saw that and everything like that.
But
So,
Fight Doctor comes on, and no matter what we're talking about, once I start winning an argument with him, he loves to pull that postal card out of his back pocket, and it's like the way he talks about it is as if it's incredulous for someone to pick Postal in that fight.
Postal had a very good jab. Postal had very good movement. Postal, prior to that fight, I mean, Crawford was just the better fighter.
He knocked out Lucas Matisse. It's like, I don't know, man.
And, yeah, I mean, somebody in the chat, let's see here. Is it Ratchet? Or Rascalot? I don't know.
Rascalot.
Excalibur, yeah.
222 Excalibur, yeah.
He says, Post or Ndongo, oh my God, And again, man, Monday morning quarterbacks.
Monday morning quarterback.
If you watched Ndongo's fights, I'll tell you what, when he beat Troyanovsky.
He wasn't supposed to beat Troyanovsky. Beat him in his backyard.
The fight was in Russia.
They're fucking Russia.
Fight was in Russia. And Troyanovsky looked like a murderer. He really did. He fought Cesar Cuenca twice, knocked him out both times. Just in case you don't know and how valuable that undefeated record. Cuenca was what, 45-0 or 46-0 or something crazy. He was along those lines.
And if Postal was such trash, then why did Crawford fight him very, very cerebral? Why did he fight him in a very technical manner? Why didn't he just walk him down and blow him out of there? Right. Because he knew Postal was a good fighter, man.
Right.
He knew.
Yeah. Very good fighter. All right, let's talk about best MMA fighter. Went to Daniel Cormier, Stylebender, Israel Adesanya, Henry Cejudo, and Amanda Nunes was also nominated. I would have loved to see Amanda Nunes get it.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get it. She's probably gonna get it. She'll probably get it.
Right?
She'll probably get it. Yeah. Well, now that she beat Holm and she beat. Well, you know what? Yeah, she beat Cyber. Yeah, she should have got it.
She should have got it, right?
I would have gave it to her.
I would have gave it to her too.
I would have gave it to her if I had anything to do with it.
Henry Cejudo's another one, but not a lot of people like Cejudo, so I don't know.
No.
Everybody hates Cejudo.
I don't know why. But Nunes should get it next year for sure.
Should have got it. Period. End of story, man.
Unless she loses, she won't. I don't think she will, but unless she does.
Yeah. Now, the best upset went to Andy Ruiz. How about that?
Of course.
Had to be, right? Andy Ruiz wins the ESPY for upset of the year. And he was up there. I guess there was an NHL. There was a college football game. And there was a couple of others in there. But he should have been clear winner right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, what else could you have possibly picked?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Not at all, man.
Nothing at all.
So, yeah, there you go. So, what's holding up this Joshua rematch, man?
You saw the video today.
Yeah.
And
that was I'll tell you what, that was very interesting. The video, I mean, again, it's this guy, he's on TMZ and he's just asking questions, and Ruiz looks like he could care less, but he's answering questions.
Yeah.
But one of the things that he said that was interesting, he said he will not take the rematch in the UK. He will only fight in Madison Square Garden or Mexico.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now.
Or
fight's not going to Mexico, no.
Or I think he said he'd fight in California too.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 options he gave. Fight's not going to Mexico, no.
No.
The fight's gonna be in MSG.
Has to be, right?
And again, to sit there and say he has no say in what's going on in the rematch is bullshit. No. Because you know why? Because the zone wants it in New York too. So I just don't understand these people that I understand the rematch clause. I understand that, there's clauses in the rematch clause. I get all of that, but there's other people involved in this. Okay, it's not as cut and dry. I've said this several times that I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm going to keep beating that dead horse because you know what? The more I beat it, it still doesn't get through to some of you people out there. So I'm going to keep beating it like a pinata if I fucking have to until you fucking listen. And the proof's in the pudding. the proof is in the pudding. When you hear Ruiz saying these things like, we're still talking, we're still negotiating on some things. There's certain things that I want, blah 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 blah. So, if obviously there's got to be some credence to what he's saying, because if not, the rematch would already have been signed, sealed, and delivered right now. Because everyone is fucking, salivating at the mouth right now if you're a venue to try to get this fight, right? It's not going to be hard to shop this fight around to anybody. Like New York wants it, Vegas, everybody wants. There's like a couple of countries that want this fight. It's not really hard to put this fight together. But the thing is this, is that you still have to deal with Ruiz's side. The rematch still has to be negotiated. Okay? When someone signs a rematch clause, they don't submit a second contract for the rematch already before the fucking first fight has even been completed yet. So it's one fight at a time. Oh, Eddie said that this isn't the contract. That's okay, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Like, things still can be negotiated on, and that's why that's the holdup with this thing. Now, supposedly this fight's going to be in November, from what I hear, or December, but it's most likely to be in November if it's going to be in New York. So we're in July right now. So they got August, September, October, November. So they got a couple months, but we should be hearing something soon, because you got to start a press tour. You got to start official training camps. You got to get everything situated. You got to get all the shit printed up. The fight, the whole promotion. You're not just going to be able to snap your fingers and throw this fight together.
A lot of stuff goes into this.
A lot of stuff goes, exactly. So if they want to lolly, same thing with Canelo. Like, how the fuck are they going to throw together a fucking promotion now? Like, he's supposed to be fighting September 14th. We're in July right now. Okay? If they don't have an opponent announced by the end of the month, then they're going to have
2 months out. Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to have no time to promote the fucking fight. And again, it's not like pay-per-view, because the promotion is more important in a pay-per-view type setting, because obviously you want to attract pay-per-view buys. Once again, this is locked-in money. There's no sense of urgency for either guy because of the situation they have with the zone. Canelo and Joshua. So when you're already guaranteed huge money and you don't have to worry about a back end, well, I mean, Joshua's going to have to worry about a back end with Sky, but I don't know how that whole thing works out with Sky, so I'm not even going to try and pretend I do. But for the most part, he's getting paid by DAZN. Guaranteed money. Canelo's got guaranteed money. And Golden Boy knows this. And Eddie Hearn knows this. So there's no sense of urgency for these promoters, I guess. But the thing is this. You still want to put as much eyeballs onto both events as possible. And I know DAZN is probably getting pissed off right now, because it's going to affect their bottom line. It's going to affect their subscriptions if both of these fights are not promoted to the highest level they should be promoted at, in order to attract the subscribers that are needed and that are wanted in the United States. So they're really fucking the one piece of all this who's getting fucked. The one side of this who's getting fucked is DAZN, because they're just sitting on their hands right now. They want to be able to stop promoting these fights, making commercials and doing what they can in order to attract subscribers. And the more Joshua's lollygagging or Eddie Hearn's lollygagging and Oscar De La Hoya's lollygagging and Canelo's lollygagging, whatever, the more lollygagging that goes on, the worse it's going to be for DAZN. And it's going to piss them off even more. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would agree with that, man. I'll tell you what, I think that, like I said, man, it's one of those things that there is definitely a holdup. And for them to say that, Eddie Hearn came out like 2 days after that fight and said, yeah, we just exercised our rematch clause. We're going to have a rematch. He thinks it's going to be in the UK. Then all of a sudden, no, it's not going to be in the UK. Now, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. They just like completely disregarded what Andy Ruiz has to say. And hey, again, man, possession is 9/10 of the law. You know, he's now a big deal. Is he the A side in this fight? No, probably not. But he's the champ, so he does have some leverage.
But this is the thing. Eddie Hearn says it's not about the money. Okay, you can say it's not about the money for you, but you got other people involved in this. You don't think it's about the money for DAZN? You don't think it's about the money for Ruiz? You don't think Al Heyman wants to get Andy Ruiz the best deal he can get? So, you know, in the total grand scheme of things, it is about the fucking money, regardless of what he says, because there's so many other moving parts involved in this besides Eddie Hearn. So he wants to sit there and say, well, it's not about the money. So this is the contradictory remarks, like the whole thing with dealing with Deontay Wilder. I'm not trying to rehash that because I'm just going to make a brief, quick point on that, and then I'm going to put that one to bed. But the whole thing of, the fight with Wilder would be more money in America, but not that much more. And now he's realizing, he's like saying it would only be $10 million more. Like $10 million isn't a lot of money.
It's chump change.
Yeah, it's chump change. So, like, you're a promoter, okay, and you say you work for Anthony Joshua. So let me ask you this: if you work for somebody, and they're putting their career in your hands, don't you have the fiduciary responsibility to make that person the most money that you can?
Absolutely, you do.
So you're going to sit there and turn around and say,
"That's your job."
Exactly.
That's your job as a manager, promoter. That is your job to get that guy paid.
So why sit there and say it's not about the money when it is about the money? It's just ridiculous. And I don't think the DAZN wants to hear that it's not about the money. And I don't think Andy Ruiz wants to hear that it's not about the money either. Okay?
You know what's funny? And I hate to cut you off here. You know what's funny though?
All right, I'm done.
This is the shtick of a lot of fighters now. Triple G. Oh, it's not about the money. It's about my legacy. All of a sudden now he's a businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Joshua, well, I'd rather fight in England. I don't want to come to the U.S. They deserve the fight over there. Yeah, until it's dollars. Now you want to come here and fight for the title. You don't want the fight back in England. You want to come here and fight for the title now. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't know. Chandler M in the chat, I think it's Chandler M. Maybe it's, no, Champ Life says they better pay Ruiz at least $15 million. $15 million? $15 million? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? That is, you think about this. Let this sink in for a minute.
I know where you're going to go.
Understand.
I know where you're going to go.
You know exactly where I'm going.
Take it there, Daddy.
Buster Douglas.
You got it.
Beat Mike Tyson in the 90s. His next defense against Evander Holyfield, $24 million.
25.
Somewhere along those lines, $25 million.
25.
That's what he got. 25.
25
That's what
million.
he got for his next title defense. $25 million. That was back in the 90s.
Not for nothing.
You take inflation.
Yeah.
It's at least, 48 we figured out the other day?
48. Yeah.
48 million. 48 million. And everybody's, this is, 15. No, son.
20 at least.
No, at least. At the very least, man. Come on.
I think that's what Michael Moore got when he fought George Foreman in his first defense. I think he got like 20 million or something like that too. Yeah.
Jason in the chat says, I have no business sense. Okay, no business sense. No, asking for 15 million is no business sense. Don't be an idiot. Medtrue said, that's insane. Did he blow it all? I don't know, man.
No, Buster Douglas.
I guess speaking of Buster Douglas,
no, he still got his money. Money.
I know he bought like a ranch or whatever, but
you haven't heard one bad story about Buster Douglas ever since he retired. Not one. Like you hear guys,
GoFundMe page on him.
No, you hear guys like no disrespect, but we've heard of Evander Holyfield had money problems. Yeah, Charles
had his whole house on GoFundMe. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah,
was
yeah,
sad.
yeah. Like these guys, you hear about it when someone loses their money because everyone's a fucking hater in this world. So if someone's like knocked off their pedestal and they fell off the top of the mountain, someone's going to say something about it. And no one's ever said shit about Buster Douglas losing his money.
No, Title
Never.
Town, son, Title Town. Yeah, I mean, I know he bought a ranch or whatever and stuff like that, but he doesn't like. He's not, or at least he wasn't back in the day, like a big partier. You didn't hear like a lot of stories about him.
He's a guy
Super
that
nice guy.
enjoys his family and the simple things in life. So
that's what it is.
He doesn't have
he's a family guy.
He doesn't have an Instagram with 40 Rolex watches and fucking
the big Chanel bag,
silver cloud Rolls Royces and shit and Ferraris and fucking Lamborghini. You don't see shit like that,
No.
I don't see that.
He wasn't buying that. I mean, he might have bought one or two sports cars, maybe. Even
If I was rich, I'd probably have like a nice sedan, and I don't even think I'd buy a sports car, man, because you can't enjoy it. You get what the fuck can you do? Like you can't even really drive it and enjoy it because you can't fucking drive fast. You're gonna get a ticket. Last time I had a sports car when I was young, I used to get fucking tickets up the ass, man.
Yeah. I mean, they look for that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I going to drive a Ferrari down the street? You know what I mean?
I'd probably get a Rolex Presidential though. I'd get one. I'd get one Rolex Presidential. I don't think I'd get
Rolex? Oh, you talking about the watch?
The watch, because I like watches. I get one nice watch. I get like one Rolex Presidential. I wouldn't get any other jewelry, and I'd get probably like two cars. I'd have like a daily driver, like a fucking SUV. Then I'd probably get like a BMW M5. I like the 5 Series. I get like an M5. I like BMWs for some reason. I had a 325 when I was younger, but I like the 5s. That's what I would get.
I wouldn't get like a Tesla. Like I would get like one of the Teslas or whatever.
I love you.
Because my electric cars, because I got a Prius, so it's like
George Foreman got 50
cars.
Yeah, he's got a big car collection. George Foreman, he got like 50 cars. That's right.
Yeah, but you know what? He's that Foreman grill. Like he said, man. He said paid for by the Foreman grill. Yeah, right.
He'll be paid by that Foreman grill for the rest of his fucking life till he dies, man.
Oh, it's ridiculous, right? He made more money on that than he did ever boxing.
But one thing I would do too, if I had, I'd get a nice house, but I'd put like a gym in my basement. I'd love to have a gym in my house.
I'd put a basketball court like Roy Jones did in his house.
Oh, for real? No, I'd put a gym. I don't like pool. I wouldn't get a pool. I don't like pools. You know what I'd get though? What? I'd get like a fucking. I'd have like a jacuzzi room because I love fucking like a jacuzzi. Just sit in the fucking tub. Oh my god!
They're awesome.
Put some Epsom salt.
We got one upstairs, man. It's great.
Oh, you got one? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Put some Epsom salt in there for the Beebs joints. Oh my god!
The Beebs joints.
The Beebs got bad joints, man.
I would have like one of those big in-ground pools, not a saltwater pool though, because I can't wear my.
Yeah, I don't like pools. I'm not really a big swimmer guy.
Yeah. JC in the chat said I would get a bang bus. What's wrong with that?
That's fucking fun. I love that. That's funny. I love where these shows go, man. These shows just off on it. They have these shows that have a life of their own.
Right down the rabbit hole. All right, Jason's online. He's begging me to bring him in, so he's got a saltwater pool. He's a moron.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure you do, buddy.
Yeah.
He's got in the apartment complex.
I got a helicopter on the roof.
I didn't know the shelter had saltwater pools.
Goes to the MDC pool down the street.
I didn't know the Y put saltwater in their pools.
I love it. I fucking love it. Fucking scrub.
In Ohio.
706, you live.
Those neighborhoods in Ohio are too shitty for saltwater pools. Come on now.
Trying to get a fucking gurgle and come in his mouth. Jesus Christ. Get that shit out before you come on, man.
You're dreaming about
why don't you finish up? Why don't you finish up before you call?
Why don't you finish the happy ending, man, before you come on?
He's wiping it off his face.
Babe, what is it? Fantasy hour? You're dreaming about a presidential rollie? Come on now.
I love presidential.
You're not getting one of those.
Probably not, man. Probably not. I could buy one if I wanted to, but I wouldn't.
I've been looking at a lot of vintage watches, thinking about something to buy. But yeah,
How
man.
about a Timex?
What was I saying?
That's about your speed.
No, I got a Hublot. I don't have a Timex, but
Okay.
what do you say? Did you see George Foreman's car collection? You see that?
Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah,
You guys
it's
see the
beautiful.
car collection?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. That Graham Bensinger guy went to his house and showed us. There's like fucking 50 cars, like classics. A badass collection.
I think he has his son. He lets his son.
Dude,
I think he lets his son take care of it
his
too.
son. George Foreman the Fourth or something. That's his name. He said they have 6 sons and all of them are named George.
Yeah, and then he's got a daughter
His
named.
daughters are like Georgette and Georgina. Yeah, they're all named George.
That's some fucking ego, isn't it? That's some ego right there.
They all have like nicknames. I think
name.
they all have nicknames or whatever too. So I don't think he ever calls them by George.
Eric, I thought when you said at 15 million, you were like, "Are you crazy?" I thought you were saying that's too high, but that is right. I mean, Heyman.
I told you it's right.
One thing that everybody says about Heyman is he's the toughest. Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody says Heyman's the toughest negotiator. That's what Tom Loeffler said because that's why GGG and Jacobs took so long because he got Jacobs like 2.5 million or something. That was the biggest price any GGG opponent got, and they had to raise the ticket prices. So I'm guessing that's where this is headed. He's probably going to get Andy $15-20 million. That's why it's taking long, and that's why Eddie's been missing for the past 3 weeks. You haven't seen him anywhere. That guy's gone missing.
He's trying to put the money together. He's trying to pay beat. He's trying to put the money together to make the fight.
I put a missing milk carton with Eddie's face on YouTube. I mean, on Twitter, that shit went viral. It's got like thousands of retweets already. It's going viral. It's like spreading. And Eddie, that's why Eddie blocked me.
He blocked you too?
Yeah.
He don't block anybody. He never blocks anybody. I went at it with him one day. I wasn't disrespectful, but we went at it pretty hard.
That's the difference.
I posted a missing poster. I put his face on a fucking milk carton and said missing.
That's hilarious though. That's good.
I'm sure though that wasn't the only thing he said. I'm sure that did not get him blocked.
Yeah, but I've said so many things to him over the months. Like he never.
He must have said something. He must have said something about his family, about his fucking sexuality.
Right.
No, I don't talk about his family. I just talk about the fucking Al Heyman fucking owning the negotiations. Told Eddie.
You know what's crazy?
They have a location.
You know what's crazy? He can say whatever he wants. Oh, I root for everybody. I don't want anyone to fail, but. You could tell he's jealous of Al Heyman. He's fucking jealous of Heyman, man.
When he talks about him, he's like,
stable.
Heyman's a really good manipulator. You know, he tells these guys, I don't know how he convinces them. Like he's so envious of them because he can't understand how many stars Heyman has. I mean, if you look at it, if you go down the list of champions, like Heyman has fucking like 13 champions. Like
but you know what?
J-Rock, fucking Harrison, Charlos, Tank, Mikey, fucking Wilder, Danny, Thurman, and nobody has that much star power in the boxing world. That's why they all are kind of envious, you know.
But not to interrupt you.
Even with
not to interrupt you, but let me make this one point, and I'm sure you remember this. Eddie made a play for a lot of Heyman fighters, and they all said no to him.
Yeah,
all of them.
And he's pissed because he thinks Heyman told him to say no. And that's why I think that's kind of stuck in his craw a little bit, in my opinion.
Well, of course he told him no. Of course he told him to say no. What do you think he's going to say? Go over there, go to my competition?
But here's the thing, Eric. I understand that he doesn't want, it's PBC. He's got his brand and everything. Business. But he's still an advisor, and he like the thing about Eddie is he's still like he's crazy to think that. Okay, this guy's an advisor, so he won't mind his fighter signing with me because I'm a promoter. There's no conflict of interest there. But what Eddie feels to realize is, he's still a competitor because of the PBC brand. So that's the thing.
When the Zone's launch happened, that's all he said during those 30 interviews he did on that rooftop with the DAZN staff. He's like, "Well, I'm looking to sign Broner. I'm looking to sign Wilder. I'm looking to sign Danny." Like he just kept naming PBC guys, and
all
some
PBC
of the media
guys
were laughing. They were like, and some of the media guys are laughing. They're like, "Those are Heyman guys." They're like, "Oh, he's an advisor. He can't stop them. He can't stop them." Like he's so fucking naive. Maybe he just tries to put that out there to make himself look bigger or something. Like, "Oh, I'm too big. They can't fucking turn me down." Or on a pedestal.
Well, I'm sure, like, as far as contracts go, too. I mean, are they on a, you don't know. I mean, a lot of them could be, maybe they're on fight-by-fights and stuff. And again, man, Heyman's just a manager. So who knows how much they're wrapped up with.
They're not on fight-by-fight. They have Eric, they have advisory contracts with Heyman Sports, so he's responsible for all your business and all that shit for like 3 or 4 fights. And if he gets you a title shot during that time, your contract extends just like a promoter's contract. He just doesn't like to use that fucking title because it kind of puts you in a box. He can't really help you with managing things. You know, if you're a promoter, you're supposed to have a separate manager, but he likes to give you the advice of the manager and advisor. He doesn't want to be called a promoter. And I don't know why people get jealous of that. I mean, that's his fucking choice. People.
I think it's smart. I think it's smart
every day. You know, I mean,
I think it's smart.
Yeah, it's smart. It's a less liability too. You can't put people usually sue promoters. Are you going to sue a fucking advisor? I don't think so. So it's kind of smart that way too.
Very smart.
What do you want, a Metro wireless phone? It like keeps
I'm in the basement right now. I just have service here.
Huh?
But
why would you call? Why would you call from the basement knowing you're going to call into a show?
I thought you usually come
that's
upstairs to make your calls.
That's like jumping. That's like jumping on the subway, knowing you're going to call into the show, thinking you're going to get good reception.
I was just cleaning the pool, man. I was just cleaning the pool, taking some leaves out. Relax.
Oh,
but
really?
That's why he hires TG
for your neighbor.
You can just give him like.
That's funny because you should have better reception outside then, right?
Relax, dude. That's why he hires TGB Promotions to pay him like $50K a show. That's like the cheapest thing to do, you know. Hiring his staff. That's why he does that.
No,
thing to do.
I agree.
Well, what do you guys think about Daniel Dubois and Gorman? That's the best fight in England. Eddie has no good fight coming up. Loma versus fucking Campbell is like a slaughter. That's not a fucking competitive.
I tell you what, thanks for bringing that up because Saturday we're gonna do a fight cast on that, and it should be around 5. No, Beeb?
What time's the card start? 2 o'clock, right?
6 here.
I would imagine like 10 o'clock their time.
So 2 o'clock.
So like 5 o'clock. So 2 o'clock our time. Yeah, 2 o'clock our time. So that would be like what, 8 o'clock their time.
Yeah, the main event will probably go off at about 5:30.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do the Jennings fight too, right? We're gonna do the Jennings fights on that card too, right?
Yes, him and Joe Joyce. Yeah.
And those are on ESPN.
Make sure you guys go on. Make sure you go on BT Sport Boxing and YouTube channel and watch the Faces Off. They did a free Face Off video, so you can watch.
Oh, they did? Okay, I'll check it out.
I like the UK Face Offs. Those are pretty good.
Did you guys watch any of the Face Off for Manny Thurman or Fight Camp or Portrait of a Fighter with Caleb? Did you catch any, Laura?
I watched
Fox Sports 1 and 2.
I watched the first Fight Camp. I want to go back and watch some of the other ones. Well, how many has there been so far? 2, right?
Yeah, they go on every Sunday. But
the third one's this.
If we have Fox at home, the Sunday.
Third one's this week.
Get the Fox Sports Go app, man. It's free. Get the Fox Sports Go app. It's free. You can just watch it on your phone.
Yeah. I'll probably do that too.
Do you have that, Eric? Eric, do you have it? Fox
What's
Sports
that?
Go?
Yeah, man. I got all
the free Fox app.
Channels, son. Got all of them.
No, the app, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the Showtime app. Yeah, you should use that. You can watch that shit.
It.
Also, Jamal James, dude, they did a countdown on him. Like they went to fucking Minnesota.
Friend of the show,
yeah,
Jamal James.
They showed his family life and all that. He's helping a lot of young kids from the city and stuff. Dude, they even went to Tijuana, fucking Antonio DeMarco's gym. That's kind of cool. You know, the Fox is going to all these kids' hometowns and fucking promoting them.
Oh, he's got a gym?
Sky Sports, how they used to do it.
He's got a gym?
What'd you say?
He's got a gym, DeMarco?
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's the one he trains out of.
Yeah, in Tijuana. Yeah, so
okay. He said it was his gym, so like he owned it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What's his name? Caleb Truax and Rematch just got signed. That's happening.
What's up with your boy Tank? Who's he fighting next?
Nunez, mandatory, dude. Homecoming.
Right? Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's fighting a Krola he's fighting a Krola and Schwartz type guy, you know? Krola and Schwartz type guy, killer. Hall of Fame already, you know? Yeah. I mean, fucking Joe Tessitore is going to be busting nuts. Joe Tessitore is going to be busting nuts calling him Shades of Ali.
I can't say much. Teofimo's doing the same thing. He's fighting some guy for
yeah, but dude, why doesn't Teofimo fight hey guys, why doesn't Teofimo fight Pedraza? I mean, Tank knocked Pedraza out. Why doesn't Teofimo fight his I mean, Loma went 12 with him. That would be good, right?
Fighting, yeah, the guy he's fighting is a mandatory. It's like a mandatory IBF eliminator.
IBF has the worst mandatories, like Ocampo.
Oh my god,
it's terrible.
They're the worst ranking. Their ranking system is horrible.
It's awful.
But at least Spence is fighting fucking Porter now, and who's Carver fighting? Egas, the guy that lost to Ray Robinson. You know, that's fucked up.
That's horrible. That's a horrible fight.
I know.
God, that's a terrible fight. And Kavaluskis or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's going to fight Terrence Crawford.
That's
He's
horrible.
Most likely going to fight Terrence Crawford. That's an awful fight.
That's bad.
Dude, you guys are killing Terrence Crawford right now. I mean, it's like, dude, you guys, top ranked, man, you need to get on the ball, man, and like give him some people.
They're destroying that guy's career, man. It seems.
Really are.
I don't know what to say.
Jason just dropped. Yeah, Jason just dropped.
I must not have paid the phone bill.
It was the phone.
Yeah.
It was the phone. You heard him. He was
It's not like he was gargling on something I don't want to say, but
he said he rolled over his guy, hung up the phone on him.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
I want his attention on me now.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you, babe?
That's sick. Sick individual.
Completely messed up, son.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: is this back to Ruiz for a minute here? Is this actually what's holding up the fight, in your opinion? I mean, do you think? The location.
I think it's the money.
I think it's money. I don't think. I mean, I think Andy Ruiz is wise to keep his,
I think
keep
this
quiet
fight,
on that.
I think this fight's
it's got to be the money, right? I mean, if they paid him $50 million, he's going to England.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But this fight's going to be in New York, man. I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt about it. I know this is going to be in New York.
It has to be. That's where the money is.
Yeah.
They're going to make more money there than they will in England because that rematch is going to be huge.
But he said we're still working on a couple things in that interview.
Yeah.
So we're still working on a couple things. So there's shit still going on behind the fucking scenes.
Yeah. Manny Gattillo says Jason was bobbing for apples.
Probably for something else too, man.
Oh, that's messed up.
Nasty motherfucker that he is.
Yeah, so man, we're gonna be live on Saturday for that Gorman fight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Gorman Dubois fight. I'm looking forward to that too. I'm really looking. I like Dubois a lot.
And the Jennings fight's on the card, right?
Yeah, the Joe Joyce and.
Oh no, that's the main event, right? Which one's the main event? Is it Joe Joyce the main event?
Gorman. No, Gorman.
Wow.
Gorman Dubois is the main event. So Joe Joyce and Jennings.
Oh, that's right.
Co-main.
That's right. And that's gonna be ESPN Plus.
I think so.
I hope so.
Either that or DAZN is on one of them.
No, I think it's because what's his name there? Frank
Dubois is a Frank Warren. Right?
Yeah, so that's gonna
got to be on ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus.
That's a solid card, really, from top to bottom too. There's a lot of good fights on there, a lot of solid fights. We're gonna do Metatruth. It says live commentary. Yeah, we'll do live commentary for Gorman and Dubois. We'll also do live commentary for the Joe Joyce fight too.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that fight.
Absolutely, man. Young Merv, the Cut Man, salute. Metatruth, salute. Manny Gattillo, salute. TTUK, salute. Jason, salute. Everybody in the chat, man. JC, Champ Life, Gucci Kid, Mario G, salute. Let's see. Joe Lopez, salute. How about that? Everybody out there. And I know I missed a bunch of you guys, but Dale and Chi-Town, salute. So, Chandler M, salute. So if I missed you, just disregard it.
Yeah, sorry if we missed you.
Yeah, I don't want to miss anybody. Beeb doesn't care if he misses anybody,
I love everybody in the chat.
That's why everybody's got wrenches.
That's right. I took the fucking toolbox from the cellar and I just dumped it in the chat. And I got wrenches. I probably have like the biggest wrench squad out of any. We probably have the biggest wrench squad out of any channel.
I'm gonna make a meme with your face on it and like put your face on Oprah's body, where she was like, "You get a wrench, you get a wrench, you get a wrench, you get a wrench."
Or maybe be like Magneto, have like we have a whole bunch of wrenches floating in the air.
Right, that's right. We need to get the Haymanites to make us one of those.
Yeah.
They always they do the best They always do the best memes. Or Ohio Runs Boxing has done some pretty good memes too.
That guy,
He does a lot
that guy
of good
Jem
ones.
does stuff like that. Maybe I'll have him do it.
Who?
That guy Jem.
Oh, Jem? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be real cool. So yeah, man, that fight's coming up this Saturday. Also, too, join us on Sunday. We got our live show at 7 o'clock as usual. We will have, let's see here, our Pacquiao review, our Pacquiao preview, Pacquiao Thurman preview. We going to do a live cast for that one?
Yeah. I want to do a live cast for that one.
Yeah, I was on the fence about it because a lot of people are going to get it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I still like to do it, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to get it. I'm not sure if all the UK guys will get it.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do a live cast for the Pacquiao Thurman fight?
Yes, please.
Metatruth just says yes, please. Yeah, there you go. All right.
You know what it's like too. Even if everyone does get it, people still tune in and we all watch together.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all in the same fucking living room. You know.
I think that's the cool part about it. Yeah, that's the cool part about it.
Oh wow,
that's
cool.
You know.
Yeah. He says
that is cool. Thank you, Metatruth.
He says he mutes and he listens to us instead of the commentary.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it is nice. I mean, because like you said, I mean, it's like if all of us got together in the living room or whatever and watched the fight. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of cool about it. You know, that people may be watching the fight, but they're watching it with us too. Or if you did watch the fight, you go back and see our reactions too. And, that kind of thing. Or listen to how we called the fight, or who we thought was winning at the time and stuff like that. So, yeah, all right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Share each other scorecards and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, also, too, we should have a rematch with you and Nacho on Beat the Beat this weekend.
Yeah.
On Sunday, rematch.
He had me on the ropes, man.
I think Nacho beat you. I'm just saying. I thought he won, but it is what it is.
Little backdoor shenanigans, but we won't say anything. I mean, I don't want Nacho to win cheap like that. I mean, if he gets a clean victory, I mean, I want to hand him the belt. I thought it was pretty. I want to hand him the belt with honor. I don't want to, take the belt out of the gutter and give it to him.
Would that be possible?
Yeah, of course it will. Of course it will.
You won't go down kicking and screaming.
Never.
Because that seems like why we're having a rematch, because you were kicking and screaming.
Well, I mean, Nacho didn't want to win that way. He was the first guy to say, I don't want to win like that. So I wanted to back him up, Yeah. I want him to feel.
You wanted to back him up?
I want him to feel good about himself. I don't want him to have that hanging over his head, Thinking,
of course not. Of course not. With me, I don't care how I win. I don't care how I win.
You're the type of guy.
I just win. I don't care.
You're the type of guy that, you come from behind with the freaking brass knuckles and you knock the guy out and wrestle him. That's your style.
That's how I do. That's how I do.
Nacho's not like that.
Hit you when the ref's not looking.
You're like Jesse Ventura. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. And that's what you did.
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
That's right.
That's the way it goes.
That's your mantra.
Pretty much.
Right.
I say it over and over again before I go to sleep.
I used to love that with Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura used to say,
cheating, you're not trying.
I used to love when he used to say that shit. Man, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
That's right. What was that? Eddie Guerrero. Manny Gatillo said, I lie, I cheat, I steal. And wasn't that Eddie Guerrero's thing?
I think so.
I think back there. Eddie Guerrero, your boy.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
He left us too young.
Crazy. Way too young. Nuts, man. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. Remember, like I said, tune in on Sunday, and we got a packed show on Sunday, and we got some news for you on Sunday also. So we had some show changes coming up, so just stay tuned, and we'll talk about them on Sunday.
Have a great night, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.